Hi. Hello, I'm Jessica.
I'm Olivia.
Hello, Olivia. And we are here at Heart of the Holic. Can you move that right in my light?
Yeah.
We're doing this live because whatever. You ready to get started today?
Yes.
Okay, so had to lure her into this topic, but I think I'm doing a great job. Are you excited
Yes.
to get started?
I actually am, because I feel like I'm going to learn a lot of things that I don't know yet. And I like to see the different ideas that people have, because I love being able to question or challenge my own beliefs on things, because I feel like you can always end up finding something that may resonate with you better than what you already believe in.
Well said. Love it.
Thank you.
So we've been doing our podcast Perception and Perspective, and this is just a new thing we're going to try. So maybe a series, probably. I don't see how I can describe all this in one sitting, actually.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we're going to have a lot of videos based on a lot of topics. And then,
Right.
you could create, a playlist, labeled
for
different
sure.
things.
Well, and with this specifically, I'm probably just going to keep finding fun ways to teach about philosophy.
Sounds great.
Yeah, because it can be super boring. But to tie it into what all we're doing and how we're witchiness, whatever you want to call it, right now, we're going to start out with explaining manifestation, and really the whole basis of teaching and practicing philosophy is started like that. So, ready?
Yes.
Good. Okay, cool. First, I always do try to ask to get where your level is of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
What is your perspective on manifestation, and what do you know about it?
So, my friend Hannah was the first person who ever actually told me about manifestation, which was crazy. And she was like, basically, if you believe this one thing will happen and you continue to believe that, eventually it has no other choice but to happen. And that's more of law of assumption, which is a form of manifestation that people believe in. But I first started out with basically just visualization and learning about journaling and writing down things that help you manifest. But I basically just learned that it's a way to get whatever you want by using techniques to help you believe that whatever you want is going to come true no matter what. And certain people believe that you have to have action with it in order to manifest. And then other people believe that all you have to do is literally just believe it'll happen, and it'll happen. And yeah, I feel like I'm left having a lot of questions about how manifestation actually operates, because there's so many different ideas and definitions about it that people believe. And so I'm kind of just trying to find what resonates with me most.
And what's your understanding or experience with law of attraction or law of assumption so far?
Okay, so to be honest, I have used both law of attraction and law of assumption mainly for manifesting love and people. And
so it has been successful for you.
It has. Okay. Actually, it's very funny because every time that I have tried to, actually not necessarily every time, but a lot of people say that it depends on how hard you believe, and that like for example, if you don't believe something enough, it won't manifest. That's what they believe. But if you do believe enough, then it will manifest. So I feel like there were certain guys where I didn't really have a good belief system that I could manifest them. And then with other people, it was just I had an easier belief, and every time I tried, it worked. So it's really funny. I've had success in both law of attraction and law of assumption, but I still don't. I don't know. I feel like I think a lot oh, maybe it was not a coincidence, but maybe it was going to happen either way. Or
it was already fated to happen whether you thought so or not.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
Well, so basically it sounds like you're describing that you think you were the flaw in why things didn't get accomplished and not the universe?
Yeah, whenever I learned about manifestation and it wouldn't work for me, I was like, oh, it's probably not manifestation. It's probably just because I don't have a good belief system. So I literally just gave up. And then when when I finally gave up on trying to, because really what law of assumption is literally controlling every aspect of your life. So when I really fully gave up law of assumption, I was fully giving up controlling. And then it's really funny, but as soon as I stopped trying to manifest, that's when like things fell into my life like so much better than I could have ever imagined.
Mm-hmm.
So every time that I'm not like I still manifest, but I do it in a way of praying instead.
Mm-hmm.
And I have found that praying,
like a request, you mean?
Yeah, I've found that praying and asking and requesting to the universe, I have manifested every single thing I've asked for. But before, when I was more focused on, visualizing and journaling, it never freaking worked. Like I would sit there and meditate for like 20 minutes and try to manifest this one thing every day. It never worked. But then as soon as I just say it out loud and I'm like, hey, can I please have this? Or, thank you. And every single time it's happened. So I think, I don't know, I think, well, this is another thing. I remember in a previous video, I was talking about how when we come to Earth with different gifts, sometimes I wonder if those gifts are like certain ways that we have to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I've learned that when I vocalize and when I sing, that's the best way that I manifest. So like I'll do affirmations, but I've learned that when I literally say it out loud, like when I speak and use my voice, or if I make music about something I want to manifest, that's when it has manifested the quickest for me. Very cool. So I can't sit there and visualize for 20 minutes. Even though people love it, it just doesn't work for me. And if I am doing that, I have to have music.
That's kind of why earlier I was saying a song can be like what you call like a spell. I like to say like I'm spelling it out for the universe what I'd like to happen. Mm-hmm. And songs can be like that because they can move you to feel and think in a certain way. Right. For sure.
And it can like help provoke the theme and like the
emotion required to put the energy behind.
It really just helps with your senses. And that's what I've learned. Like if you do visualize when manifesting, it's a lot more helpful to have music because it's easier to just. So the only time that I do visualize, I actually try to visualize every time I listen to music. And I feel like everyone does this, but no one really talks about it. But ever since I was little, I create scenarios when I listen to music. And I always try to think of the most abundant scenarios. And it helps. So.
With like all music?
Yeah, like every single time that I listen to music with my earbuds, and I'm always just thinking about whatever that song makes me feel. Like I never just sit there and fully listen to like the lyrics or the music. Like I also am always in my imagination when I'm listening to music. And it's a really cool experience.
For me, I'm like the kind of person analyzing lyrics and such. So
I do that the first time I listen to a song. Like the very first time I listen to a song, it's like I can't really play out a scenario or imagination because I don't know the song yet. Mm-hmm. So my first instinct is to like analyze what the lyrics are and what the sounds are and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. This is so random. But have you ever like been listening to music and then later on you'll like every time you listen to that song, the more you find like random instruments that you didn't hear previously. Mm-hmm. That's sometimes. So cool though. And then like, no, because I was like at this camp in elementary school one time, and this guy made it a challenge for us to sit there and listen to a song and find all of the noises and instruments. And it's actually very cool. It's kind of fun doing that.
It's like teaching you how to listen.
Yeah. Well, also I feel like it helps me think outside the box. It's like you listen to a song and you hear what you hear, but when you're actively looking for a different sound, you'll find it. And you'll be like, how did I not hear this before? But now I hear it. Mm-hmm. Like I don't even know if that made any sense. I feel like everyone's like, what is she talking about? Like I just like listen to music, man. Like poo shiesty, you know what I'm saying?
2 points of feedback on that. First being you must listen to like really positive music and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I think of like so you know me, I'm like a hip hop head. So yeah.
I listen to like all kinds of music. Like if I'm listening to a hip hop song about sex, you know what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like whatever the theme for like that music is.
I'm sorry, I'm just like thinking how you're saying like, oh, all these positive things about every single song, and I'm like thinking about like gangster rap that I was sometimes.
No, I'd be thinking about some dark scenarios though. Like
yes. And like for me, how you're saying you listen to it again to find the different instruments. Wait till that third eye is fully open, lady, because picking apart lyrics and different words
Mhm.
and different meanings, which is also, I guess, why I like hip hop too, it's a totally different experience
Right.
of like, and this one really took me by surprise. And this was like, not too terribly long ago, and I've been on spiritual kind of plane since very young child.
Right.
But it was like a certain point in my spirituality when I was listening to music and the words became, I started to see what the artist was intending with each word,
Mhm.
and the, not only the text, but like the subtext, the context of things. And it was just like this whole other imagery. You know, one song that got me? Controversial artist Kanye West. For real.
Violent Crimes is such a good song.
Which one's that?
It's like, I don't know. It's just like.
Is it a newer one?
I don't think so. I think it came on like 2021 or something like that. It's a really good song though.
Well, the one I was talking about was like 10 years ago. So
what song is it?
All of the Lights. Do you know that one? Well, there's a couple of his that like really just
You said Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that one, when I started understanding, like when you listen to the actual verses and the lyrics and stuff in it, it's talking about I don't know how we got this far, whatever.
Yeah, like
Side quest.
topic.
No.
Yeah. It happens every time.
Actually, that's part of what I'm going to teach, is to get the right answer is asking the right question. And the way you form the right question, do you know what it is? You got to go on a quest.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was going to like guess it, but.
What was your guess?
No, what was the question again? No, I'm just kidding. Just go on.
The way to find the right answer is to find the right question. In order to find the right question, you have to go on a quest.
See?
Sometimes, most often, a side quest. Like Kanye West. Ooh, I didn't even mean to rhyme it like that. Side quest. Okay. In the song, when I was listening to the lyrics, he talks about a child seeing the parents in turmoil and all this other stuff. Just being
like arguing and having relationship issues.
The cops being called, all this other stuff. So he was talking about all the different lights that child saw and things, basically the things that were illuminated to that child.
Right.
It's like street lights, cop lights, flashlight, all the lights, like all these are the lights, these are things being illuminated to this child.
Right.
Instead of the grander thing. All of the lights, so it's saying like the child needs to learn more, it needs to have all these things illuminated. Turn up the lights in here, baby, extra bright, till it's Vegas everywhere we are. Okay. Yeah. And so that's what that song, when I got that meaning on like, and I'm being really like generic and not trying to get like too far on side quests, but it's like, this is such a bigger message than I thought, because it's also just a good song, so you can just listen to it casually or not. So
it's actually really cool how music is an art form of teaching lessons and ideas. Or like telling stories. That's so cool. Like, yeah.
I think like what really intrigues me is when artists will put like lots of meanings that can be read 100 different ways. I'm going to say one more thing about Kanye West song, because I'm like itching to say this. I feel like it's going to resonate.
As you said that, I itch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, his song, I think it was like first or second album he even released, but it's called Can't Tell Me Nothing. When you hear that, you're like, that arrogant dude, you can't tell me nothing. So you're like, oh, you freaking know it all, right? But if you actually listen to it and the lyrics, you'll understand that it's, you can't tell someone to do something. You can't just tell them and expect them to get it. You have to learn it. You have to live it. You have to be it. You
that
can't tell me because I have to experience what I'm being called to see and experience and do.
That's like when your friends are in a toxic relationship and you try over and over again to tell them, leave this guy, he's not for you. But I have learned, especially myself, that person will never listen to you until they finally experience enough pain and they realize themselves that they need to leave. And I've learned that there's so many times where you can't waste your time trying to tell someone something in order to warn them, because sometimes they really just got to go through it. Like, people will not listen. Like, people have to go through things, and then once you finally go through things, that is when you'll finally start listening to people, because you'll realize, oh, everyone was right about this thing, and I never listened.
And for him specifically, what he's really referring to is like with his career, because there was so many people saying, you can't make hip hop like this, and you're talking about Jesus and all these other stuff,
right?
And this is how you make money, this is how you do this, Kanye. And he was like, I'm an artist, I have this vision, I'm doing this is what I'm doing, you can't tell me.
Right.
And it's like being led by that higher belief in himself and understanding of what he was saying was so important,
right,
that it's like, you can't tell me how to do this, I'm doing something that's never been done.
Right. And you never know, like, maybe the way he's doing things, he's able to spread information that other artists are not able to, because they all have the same generic, type of art. Like, you can't, I don't know, like,
there's no metric for that,
if there's
it's like, how do you measure success when it's like totally different?
Like, the only reason why music is so amazing now is because back then, when we made music, we were like, okay, well, like, let's bring some complexity into this. So it's like, you need different art forms and different ways of expression, because it brings a lot of ideas that maybe you've never heard of, or you never could.
Right. And I truly believe this, and I think most people don't believe this or don't believe me when I say it, but I think everybody has talent.
Oh, no, for sure.
I really do.
I don't care what it is.
Yeah, not necessarily anything, music or painting, or
even if it's the talent to love people.
That's so true.
Like, even the talent, like, there are some people, and I feel like certain people can make you feel a certain way that no one else can, and you'll never figure out why. Like, they look like everyone else, but when you carry this energy, like, I feel like sometimes even your energy can be your talent, or the way that you can calm people down when they're sad. Like, that's a talent. Like, all of these things that we're able to do, even if it's not an art form, I mean, if you think about it, it's all art. It's life. Like, who's to say what isn't art? It's all an expression of what we, feel and what we see as art. And I feel like people shouldn't be able to take that away from you. You know what I mean?
Yes. And when I say talent too, it's like everybody has their own version of what art is and how they express their art.
That's what I was saying.
Yes, very true. Would I put you on the spot too much to ask you, like, do you think you have a specific talent or something like that? No, how you said like a gift of that?
You can ask.
Do you feel like you have a specific gift or talent that maybe isn't that's a non-tangible thing?
What is non-tangible mean?
Well, tangible means like concrete, like a thing of like, I can make this.
Oh, you do like, I can make music, or I can paint.
Versus like how you...
Honestly, I think I have, I don't really know if you'd see this as a gift or a talent, but I think I have a gift and a talent of being able to understand things and connect to things in a much deeper level than other people can. Like, even the most simple things, I feel like I just connect so well to animals and to nature and just to everything. Like, I don't know. It's like
intuition comes naturally for you.
I just feel so deeply interconnected with things, and I feel like I can understand and learn things that are a lot. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I can I can just understand things that other people can't seem to fathom sometimes. And maybe that's not a talent. Maybe it's just something that people like us can do.
I think that's talent.
But, well, thank you. But, I mean, I don't know. It's like I've been able to somehow find my way through a lot of magical things without the influence or help of, like, other things. Like, I kind of have just always been in this.
You get it.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is a talent, but I always talk about how, like, my imagination feels so real. And I guess that comes with just being connected. Like, I don't know. I really just don't know how to explain it.
I think you explained it really well, because some people are, I think everybody has that capacity to be spiritually gifted, or whatever you want to call it, of like that ability to see the divine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it like that, their own way. And some people have to work on that really, really hard to feel that divine connection. And I truly believe everyone can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some people like yourself that things like that come very intuitively and naturally. And I think that is a talent. That's a gift. That's why I've like chosen to teach you, because of all that talent.
She's like,
Think you're here on accident? There's no accidents. There's no coincidences. It's all on accidental purpose.
I think I was the only kid that wasn't an accident in my family. Or not my family, but like my inner family. Like I don't know.
Like you were planned, you mean?
Yeah, like I was planned. I was gonna ask this earlier. This is another side quest, but I was like conceived in a creek. Does that impact you if you're conceived in water or like different elements? Because that would be so cool. Like, am I a mermaid? Because it kind of feels like it sometimes. I mean, just saying.
I
I'm
hesitate
heartfish.
to give like a definitive answer on this, but I will tell you what
What you think.
More so what I've like heard, and I'm still like, I like to explore, test, trial, experience, and observe everything before I say like 100% on it. Okay.
Right. Well, what's your theories then? What's
some of the theories? Yes, getting to it. I have to do disclaimers.
Yeah,
because
then people like rely like on your answers, and then that's so much responsibility. I know exactly what you mean.
Even when I'm teaching you, like even we're having casual conversations, since you're my philosophy student, I try to make sure my wording is precise, because
you don't want to give the wrong teachings and then it spread across the like United States, and then everyone's like, oh, it's all Jessica's fault.
Right.
And then you end up in jail in Russia somehow.
Or even like if I say something that is like
triggering.
No, I was gonna say kind of, sort of confusing, but you think you got it, and then you take that and run with it. Anyway,
oh my gosh, then take it the wrong way. That's so stressful. Now you're stressing me out. Okay, whatever.
Maybe.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, there are one of the theories is like the way you're conceived, the age your parents are in life, and the things that they've experienced, how you come into this world, like how your birth happens, and
I've
all
slipped
that.
Right out.
And it's
like my mom said that I was ready. Like she said I literally just flew out, and my other brothers took like hours, and I just water broke.
You were like, I'm ready.
No, literally. And I remember I think they said I came out like, what was it? Do babies usually come out feet first or head first?
Head first.
Yeah, well I think she said I came out whatever way is like the weirdest way to come out. I think it was like feet. I don't know. She just said that. Never mind. This is weird. Okay.
This is just thinking
talking about like how I slipped out of my mom.
Wrong.
No, yeah, for real. I'm just thinking of all the like
the head's supposed to
jokes.
come out first, so that's like, could you imagine the legs are coming out?
Ew. Dude, I want someone to record that though. Like seeing legs just come out of you, like that's crazy.
And normally, that makes sense if you did just like go wee, slide on out, because normally you're like the doctor will turn around the baby if it's called breech, so they make sure the head comes out.
Or maybe
first.
I came out sideways. I don't know.
How does that work? Oh my God, have you seen like those Asian shows where like the things coming at them, like the walls coming at them with the shape, and they're like, and they try to go through that? What?
Wait, no. I came out feet first, and then my very first birthday, I stuck my foot right in the cake, and no one was able to eat it. I think my mom and dad
definitely
still did.
A mermaid. That confirms it.
Wait, really?
Yes, actually, that goes along with what I was talking about in another sense, with the theory that the things we experience, our emotions, our hangups, and all this other stuff impacts the way we look, feel, and our illnesses too. So it's kind of like, I don't like the word holistic because of the connotations with it, but I will say having the more holistic mindset of like everything I do, think, say, and believe, and where my genetics were impacted makes me as a human being, as a person. How we always talk about how it feels like they're trying to remove us from our personhood and disconnect us and try to treat the body as a machine versus a biological organism. And it's like, that being said, when we look at it in a more natural, I guess, way, we recognize things like electromagnetic forces and brain waves and all this other stuff.
Ooh, or
you can't
like,
help but see how all of it impacts us and comes together for our personal health and well-being and even our appearance.
I remember I used to wonder all the time why, like, early in the morning and why the afternoon it felt like such a magical time. And I think it's around that time the air has like negative or positive ions in it that mix well with us, which makes the air just feel more like clean, and the energy is like the most pure like at those times, like early, like 5 a.m. when like everyone's asleep, like the energy is just so pure and clean at that time. And then it's like the same with like the afternoon when the sun is setting. And that's
really cool. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
That's like they say when you stand by a waterfall. Have you heard this? Well, it's supposed to be like, oh man, I'll mess this up, like the ozone or something. It's something about nature doing its thing, just having a waterfall,
like
it produces some kind of particles or something that helps you breathe better, or it's charged
I was
particles.
Thinking something totally different.
Well, anyways, that's the thing.
I don't
that's
think
like that we can actually quantify with science too. Like the air is good to breathe by a waterfall.
That's so
what
cool.
were you thinking? Side quest.
I don't know if
it's relevant. Go on.
I thought when you said like ozone, I thought you meant like the best place to like get it on at.
Oh, the ozone. You are a dirty little teenager. Quit it.
No, like that's
Oh, that's adorable. I'm like not even embarrassed by it. Oh. Let's make another one where we're going to actually get into more stuff. But this has been awesome. Well, let me give a summary of this and why we're doing it and like what we're talking about a little bit. And then we'll do a history lesson. I know you're so excited.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so freaking fun, I promise.
Are we doing it in another video?
Yeah, I'm going to restart it so that I can label it. You'll see.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to tell about what we're doing a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm a teacher by nature, and I feel like my natural talent and my gift is first and foremost, I have some kind of patience that I have no idea. Like it's kind of a talent.
Yeah.
The amount of patience I have. And that's really needed to be a teacher. But also, I found with that teacher mentality, soul, and personality, what's so funny? Is it so weird for me to talk about myself? God, disrespectful.
It's not.
Dishonor. What? What?
You're making it worse.
I have a talent to make people feel comfortable because I'm not judging them for their silly shit. What is so funny?
I think it's nothing.
What?
No, like I just like I don't know.
What's so funny?
I'm just in a very like laughable mood. And I can't stop effing laughing.
I have a talent for making people feel comfortable and seen and heard. Even when they're being goofy, it's still like, I think with everybody else's talent, I love my freaking job. Anyways, I have a way to showcase other people's talent and make them look their best with whatever goofiness, silliness, awkwardness, all this other stuff, the uniqueness that makes them, find a way to put it on display. That sounded wrong. No, there's actually, remember, I have used that analogy of like, yeah, this is my circus, because literally I own a crystal shop and like
Yeah.
I have people in and out and
Yeah.
my hand in 1,000 different cool things and stuff. But I always said I'm the ringleader of it. And that was purposeful because the ringleader is not the star of the show.
Right.
They're just there to be like, hey, look at this cool people. And then a circus act on the sidewalk is not the same as spotlight, here's a ring for your talent.
Right.
You know me, I love my circles and shapes. And
I love circles. Like, circle is just such a good shape. Like, I just
It
like
is.
circles. They're
Soothing.
just so fun.
Either way, putting people into whatever ring and all that other stuff, I think that's my talent, is helping other people find and showcase their talent with a big heaping scoop of patience.
It's almost like when people, when you're in people's life, it's like I feel like they find their path so much quicker.
Thank you.
And that makes me wonder, like, what if when people watch your video, like, it's the same energy, and then like watching you like helps them, like, not just by the information you're saying, but by the energy, like even through like the video.
Yeah, I hope so. Gosh, Olivia, you like overwhelmed me with the best, coolest compliments. Thank you. And actually,
speaking the truth, this is really gas though.
I'm glad you like it. That means good.
No, just kidding. Sponsor us.
Slay.
Stop saying that. Bad Jessica.
I got it from the new assistant. She just like slay the day. I love it. Anyway,
I love her.
Anyway, I do too. So that's why, with like you were just saying, how I'm helping people find the right path, or however you said that, or grow within themselves, even if it's just like the tiniest little seed. That's why I'm opening up online the Hypatian School of Enlightenment, and you have just witnessed like the first lesson of how I'm going to teach philosophy and mathematics and music and astrology and astronomy in my way. Yay! I'm glad you're excited. It is fun. It is fun. And like this format like this, I think will actually resonate with people more, because when I was learning philosophy in university, no offense to that teacher, but it was boring and it was dry and I didn't get it. It didn't click. There was no context. But when you actually start looking at how some of these ancient philosophers, they were living it and putting their school of philosophy in context. And Hypatia, the philosopher that I'm going to teach you about here in a moment, is pretty much role model for what I'm doing too. Everyone felt comfortable. Everyone was free to have their own version of God. There are Christians and Jews and pagans all studying this philosophy together because she made them feel comfortable and didn't judge them on that too. And it's like back then, not to get kind of wanted to finish what I was saying with applied context. That's why like you've seen like Olympian or like the ancient Olympics, you know about that, and like how they you know about the Olympics started like a long time ago in Greece.
Maybe.
Okay.
Wait. You know that one dude, Hercules? Was he in Greece? Was that what the movie was about? Like them doing their little Olympic things? Like, because they were like showing off how strong they were, weren't they?
He was. That's a story. That's not like a real person.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. So we have a lot to learn. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's not embarrassing because like I'm sure plenty of other people knew that, or didn't know that. So
thanks, Jessica. That makes me feel a lot better.
What I'm trying to say is they would apply their philosophies to things like athletics and like wrestling, things like that, because it required the mentality in order to do these things. Or the most well-known Stoic philosopher was actually an emperor. And he was known as, oh gosh, I don't mess this up, last of the 5 good emperors. And Marcus Aurelius was his name. And his philosophy was brilliant on its own, but even more fascinating was he didn't have to follow it. He was an emperor. He could have done anything he wanted. And
Right.
plenty of emperors before and after him took advantage of that fact. But he was like, how can I do this the absolute best? And that's pretty much a huge basis of Stoic philosophy, because he just some of the things that he taught. And I'm already starting to lose you. You good? You bored?
No.
Okay, cool. Because
No, I was honestly just thinking about squares.
okay, cool.
I'm just thinking about shapes.
That's really, really relevant, because there are 4 basic tenets, like a square.
Wait, tell
of
me why I was
Stoic
counting. No, look,
philosophy.
I was counting 4 squares on my paper.
Very cool.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, ooh, there's 4 squares on my paper, and you just said that.
That is awesome.
So I feel like that's already like reaffirmative that you're filming this.
Yes, cool.
Oh, stop! I'm becoming you.
Yay.
Hi, I'm
Oh
Jessica.
no, I'll
Okay.
whatever. I'll get home like telling a story to somebody and be like, and I'm like, oh, Olivia, because I'll be like telling a story about like with you, and she's
like that. Wait,
no, you do that sometime. We're like,
oh,
I'm so cool. I love it.
What?
Obviously,
I hope I don't look like that.
I like it and it's adorable, and that's why I end up like mimicking it. So that's cool.
Thank you.
Love it. Okay, so I did get you excited to learn about philosophy?
Yes.
Cool.
You sound like a math teacher.
Oh, that's lame.
No. I just really don't like math. One of my math teachers actually got fired because apparently she like threw a desk at someone. I don't even know if that's true or not. And she was hardcore Christian.
Go on. How did that go over?
And then her daughter started an OnlyFans.
Oh my God. Okay, no more of the story. We're going to have so much fun. I am actually so glad that this went so cool and so well, and you're entertained over there by my teaching you about this stuff, because I was honestly like, how am I going to revive a Neoplatonic school? But I think I can do it. Thank you, Olivia. You've given me the encouragement. You're so special. You're so fantastic. Okay. Cool.
Fantastic.
Okay. I didn't say that, but maybe I did. We'll rewatch it. What else?
You're so fantastic. Yeah, that was my math teacher for sure. Wait.
You're so mean to me.
Okay.
Compose yourself, child. Okay. This is awesome. And just for the sake of like keeping it straight film wise, we're going to restart here in just a moment. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay. Bye, guys. See you soon.
Bye. My hair's all floppy. Sorry, I didn't